Hello, this is the Bug Man, of course, and behind me I have my friend the American Roach, uh, otherwise known as Godzilla, uh, killer of men and women, uh, bugs that love to fly and get in your hair. I've heard all kinds of stories. Some of them pretty funny. Anyway, we're going to talk about the American Roach today. American Roach is a bacteria feeder. He's not like a German roach where he's going to go in your house look for food. They'll get in your house, of course, but they're not looking for what you think they are, like German roaches. They're looking for food and water. These guys, again, they feed off bacteria. So we call them, in the pest world, we call them sewer roaches. These American roaches and the Oriental roach, you see on storm drains, sewers. If you've ever gone down in, you probably never have. I have gone into tunnel systems or things like that, like TSU has a tunnel system underneath it, where all the pipes and water, everything goes. And these guys love it down there because it's dark, damp, and wet. Why they like that is because Mama Roach, balance there in the chair. Mama Roach is a mama, and when she lays her eggs, she lays them in a place that has bacteria, because when baby roaches are born, they go through a metamorphosis of life cycle, and they start out as pupa, and they're like babies. They come out, they can't eat, so mama roach lays the egg somewhere in bacteria or close to it, so when the baby roaches are born, they have food. They'll eat the bacteria to grow to be the big, scary, man-eating roaches as they are as full size. And so that's why, again, if it goes back to bacteria feeders, like these guys, and Oriental roaches, the same. That's where they come from. They get in your house because they look for dark, damp, wet places. They love plumbing underneath your bathtub. You have a bathtub, look underneath it sometime. If you have a trap door, excuse me, they'll be there. And how they get in your house? If you have a brick house, they get in through your weep holes, is their most common entry point. The weep holes is the bottom of the brick. It's a gap depends on the builder, every first brick, third brick, fourth brick, and again, builder's preference. That's how they get in your house. They go through the weep hole. Once they're inside the weep hole, it's game on. They go anywhere they want to because you have pipes and wiring. You have studs in your walls, and where the wiring and the piping go for your electrical and your water, even your gas, they have to cut holes. And of course, what's the roach do? He follows those holes because your water pipes especially condensate, especially in Texas. We have a lot of condensation from our water pipes, and if they're not insulated, the roaches, that's where it gets its water from. And so by using your water in your house, your pipes condensate, they get their water from. And that's what they got to have. They got to have water. They can't survive. But again, these roaches like dark, damp, wet places. That's why they love your piping, your bathrooms, kitchen sinks, that kind of thing. But the biggest thing you can do is for these guys is to exclude them, because they're so big. They're easy to trap out. These little things right here. Go to our website, thegreenbugman.com. These little weep hole covers. You take these, fold them up in the weep hole, and these guys, it's 1/8-inch hole right here. They can't squeeze through that. Small bugs and ants can, but these guys can't. And so they're locked out basically. Seal your pipes up, because if we have homework today. Go look underneath your bathtub. Not your bathtub, your bathroom sink, and your kitchen sink. And you look at the pipe, goes into the wall, and there's a little plastic collar there. Pull that collar back and look at the hole that they used. Why do I yawn when I do these videos? I don't know. But there's a hole back there covered up by plastic. And the roaches come through the wall. Again, they're looking for moisture, dark, damp, wet places. What's inside your wall where the pipes are? There's dust. And actually, believe it or not, roaches can find protein in the dust. They can eat the dust, the dirt, stuff like that, and they can live off that. So, but exclude them, exclude them, exclude them, exclude them, exclude them. Put weep hole covers in your brick house. If you're not in a brick house, there's other things you do. I'm doing one today, pier and beam house, and they American roaches. That's why we got on the video, because that's their issue. So we're going to seal up the pipes where they come in the floor. On the pier and beam house, your pipes will come to the floor. If it's brick house, they come to the wall. But the one today is going to be pier and beam. So we're going to attempt to seal up all the holes where the pipes come through, where the bugs can get in. Because I live in a pier and beam house. And we have learned where they come in. We've sealed up the holes. They'll be under your house. That's where roaches live. But you don't want them to get in the house. And again, weep holes, entry points, entry points, entry points. You hear me say it 1,000 times. Entry points. Seal your entry points, and it keeps the bugs out. The thing about this, my thinking is totally different than most pest control people. I'm not going to come in and blast your house with neurotoxin chemicals to kill bugs. Hopefully the bug will crawl through the chemical and die. To me, it's an over application of chemical. It's, I don't want to say it nicely, but it's using neurotoxins to poison your house. There's better ways to do it. Exclusion. If you can seal your house up properly, you won't need a pest control guy. There, I said it. You won't need a pest control guy. I own a pest control company. I make a lot of money off petting bugs, but if you'll exclude them, seal up your house, exclusion measures, all your piping. If you're brick house, weep holes. If you're not a brick house, you're pier and beam. It's a little trickier there. You got to just seal the hell out of your house, basically, to keep the bugs out. But it can be done. Oh, it can be done. Again, I've done it in my house. I don't have roaches, mice, and stuff, because I sealed all the pipes they can get into the house. That makes a difference. But you can, do away with pest control, because we learned a lot through, what's the best way to put it? The pandemic. And I've shared before, you can get your groceries delivered to your house. I don't get mine delivered. I do a checklist at Kroger. I order online, go to the store, call them on my phone. They bring it to my Jeep. When I get my Jeep, go there, they load it up in the Jeep, and I leave. I never have to walk in the grocery store. That's kind of cool. But that whole pandemic thing has changed the way we look at how many people out there. How many of y'all work from home now? A bunch. Because you've learned you can set up your office, you can work from home, you don't need to drive into work every day. So it has changed things. Look at the school kids. How many people are homeschooling now? A lot. And then people are not only homeschooling, but they're doing homeschool co-ops, where one person will take the lead, and they'll have 4 or 5, 6 families all going to school. They rotate houses, but the kids aren't going to public school as much anymore. That pandemic stuff has changed the way we do stuff. And it should change the way we do pest control too. Because, you don't want some stranger coming to your house, with whatever he may bring with him. But he's bringing neurotoxins to put in your house around your family. And if you go back and look at the history of pesticides, where they come from, like everything else, it came from bad stuff. They had leftover neurotoxins from the war, especially go back to Vietnam, Agent Orange, and all that stuff. DDT came from all that stuff. So the neurotoxins are not healthy for us. And there's ways to control the bugs, which is what we want to do in pest control. Pest control, control the bugs, get it? But you can do a lot without using those harsh chemicals to control pests. That's what we do. We're the green bug man for a reason, because we don't like using neurotoxins. And, it makes sense to exclude and keep the bugs out without using chemicals all the time. I got stories and stories and stories and stories and stories and stories of people, who a lady recently I went to and just bought a house, moved into it, smelling stuff that died because I guess the previous owner had put out some rat poison, and they've got things dead in the wall under the house, creating a smell. And so we went through her house. I showed her what to do, to get rid of the smell, because you could tell where it was coming from. They had a lower level bathroom, and where the drain goes through the wall underneath, it goes through the wall underneath the house, because the bathroom is in the center of the house. I said, seal up that pipe right there. That's where your smell is coming from. So whatever died underneath the house. So you could smell it when I opened the bathroom door. I thought, oh shit, it was pretty bad. So if she would take and just caulk that hole, I told her, get your husband, somebody to caulk that hole, and then blocks out the smell. There's things you can do without spraying chemicals or not poisons and shit. Because you got to watch rat poisons, because it's a whole another video. But you got to be careful with rat poisons around pets and kids and stuff. Quick story: I had a commercial account one time, and it's a public place, and one of the people that worked there, it wasn't my account, it was somebody else's. I was going to maintain the account, and I was told the story where the kids were playing in the grass, and they found a rat station, a rodent box, which is a big black thing, and this one was supposed to be attached to concrete. This one was not, of course. The kid picked it up, shook it, and of course it makes noise. What's a kid gonna do? He's gonna shake it, it makes noise, it's cool. And what fell out of it was some rat poison. And the two children, this is what the worker told me, the one looked down at it and said, I bet you won't eat that. And he said, I bet you won't eat that. It's friggin' rat poison. And somebody saw them, stopped them before they got anywhere, but it's dangerous stuff. And kids, they don't know. And then the rat bait is sent as peanut butter, so it smells like peanut butter. A little kid and peanut butter or something that smells good to him. He didn't know. Anyway, back to I got sidetracked there. Exclusion. It does so much. Get one of us to come out. We've got myself and a few other guys that do nothing but exclusion work, and we can go into your house, look at it, and say you got to do this, this, and this. You can do it yourself, or we can do it for you. We just can, we get paid to do labor. We charge you for it, but something you can do yourself. That's why these are available on the website, thegreenbugman.com. You can order these. We pull covers, and it's not rocket science. It's just squeeze them together, put them in a hole. Again, because people are funny. Some people will just want to pay somebody to do it. They don't want to do the work. They just want to pay you to do the work and get it done. And we cater to those. We come in, do the work, and they pay us. Other people are more the do-it-yourself type, but they don't know how to do it. They want to do it themselves, but they don't know how to do it and what they're supposed to do, what they're supposed to look for. And that's what we're here for in that case. Like this lady, they were going to try to do a lot of it themselves. So I just went through room by room, checked her house, moved, do this. She actually took notes down and, said, okay, we need you. We'll call you back. And I did a one-time pest control for her. and gave her an estimate, or just gave her some advice and estimate on what it was going to take to exclude her house. And that's what it is, because some people want to do it themselves. Some people want to do it themselves. They find out how much work it is, and then they'll want to pay somebody. But that's kind of what we've adopted in the Bugman. We service your house if you want to service it. We sell you the products, the green products, if the good products, the good green products, if you want to do it yourself, or if you want to have us come do it. We just give you advice and pointers. I had 2 people this week just text me, I've got this going on, what should I do? And I just answered back, you can try this, this, and this. And if it doesn't work, I'll come out. I gave them pointers to do. It's like ants. People get ants. Well, ants are a quick thing. You got ants in your kitchen. You want damn things to go away. And like the lady told me, she called, and I was super busy for 2 days. I said, no, I got nobody I can send by today or tomorrow. I can do it this day. I think it was a Friday. I could do it Friday. And I said, I can do it Friday as soon as I got somebody to free up. And I said, but if you want to do something yourself personally in the meantime, because ants are funny, not funny, but they're the way they operate. They're an insect. They don't think, they just do. I told her, I said, get some Windex, spray some Windex down your kitchen. That's what you do anyway when you got ants in your kitchen. People do it all the time. They get out the Raid, they spray the ants, which is the wrong thing to do, number one. But then what do they do after they spray the Raid? They clean off the poison, they just spray the counter. And they'll get the 409, the Windex, whatever they want, what's their go-to, and they spray it to wipe away the poison. Why not just use the Windex the first time, or the 409? It'll kill the bugs, it'll kill the ants. It also does something else. It erases the pheromone trail of the ants. Ants, like most insects, they use pheromone trail, scent. They drop a scent to tell the colony that, hey, this is where I went to find water. I found water over here, and they leave a pheromone trail. This is what leads you to water. That's very important for the ants. The different pheromone for food. There's food over here. I found food this way. They leave a different trail when they find an enemy that's dangerous. Oh shit, don't go here. Don't, drop a, I don't know how many pheromones there are, but that's the basics what they do. So you can spray 409. Windex is a pretty safe one. It erases the pheromone, so they can't come back. If they get lost, they come back. They go to a certain point, and they followed the pheromone of their buddy who went before them, and they smell, okay, he went this way for water, I'm going this way, and they lose the pheromone trail because of the 409 or Windex, whatever you want to spray. But that can be a quick fix if you can't get your pest control guy out. If you're one of those types that wants somebody to do it for you, that's a quick fix, because that's what the issue in pest control. That's why we don't do contracts with people, because we set up a quarterly service on you, and you don't have a problem, so you forget about it. But if you have a problem, you're going to be home for that service because you got a problem. Anyway, that's a whole other video. But so, oops. This is why notes are important right here. So there's a lot you can do yourself. You can buy the products from us. We sell some of the, not some of the best products out there. WebOut is the bomb. ARX is wonderful. The sticky traps are wonderful. There's lots of stuff you can do that's non-toxic for your family to control the pests. You do pest control yourself. Again, there's people that want somebody to come in and do it. We're there. We got you covered. There's some people that just want advice. That's what we're here for, to help you. And there's some people that just want to buy the product, do it themselves. They don't want you to come into their house. That's what we got the website for, the Green Bug Man. So we kind of all the bases, all the people. So we've got you covered any way you want to go. So thegreenbugman.com. Go to the website, check it out. Get your weed hole covers, all kinds of stuff there. It's pretty cool. We've got videos on advice and stuff like this little long video, which I'm doing right now. But learn, educate yourself on bugs and pest control. Take control of your stuff. Don't just leave it to happenstance. And get good advice. There's all kinds of things you can do for advice down there. But get good advice, safe advice. thegreenbugman.com. Anyway, call us if you want exclusion. My soapbox is all about exclusion these days, because winter's coming and the rats are coming. It's cold. Well, it's not cold here right now. I'm in shorts today, but it's going to get colder. Exclusion. So thegreenbugman.com. Call us, schedule one of our guys to come out and give you just a no-cost estimate to come out and look at your house, give you an evaluation, pest evaluation, tell you these are entry points. This is what we got to do. Got to do this, or you can do it yourself, whatever it takes. But we just want to be there to help you be bug free. That's simple, be bug free. So anyway, I'm out of here. So let's wait. I gotta leave this way. Stay away from this guy. They're about 2 inches long and they fly. They love hair. They love to get in your hair. Anyway, watch out for the American roach and call us 281-804-9531 for your exclusion estimates. Just get an estimate to see what it's going to take because that's the thing with exclusion. It's a one-time cost that pays dividends over and over and over. Once you put these V-pole covers in, then you spray. It's going to keep out this guy, right? Can't do this with my finger over here. It's going to keep that guy out of your house. These right here on a brick house, they'll drop down to almost nothing. But anyway, call us 281-804-9531. Get your exclusion estimate and find out what you got to do yourself to keep your house bug free and pest free. All right, Bugman out of here.